Okay, so we are live once again. Welcome to the broadcast, the live play-by-play commentary of the Clippers taking on the Lakers. Welcome to my live play-by-play commentary. Currently, the Clippers are on top of the Mavericks, 49-33 in the second quarter, 4:38 left in this Game 4, first half between the Los Angeles Clippers and Dallas Mavericks. Currently, the Mavericks lead the series 2-1 in a best-of-7 in the first round of the playoffs. Clippers leading by 16, 4:38 left in the first half. Luka Doncic was questionable coming into this game, but he has been able to play, but he does not look 100%. Luka Doncic has been looking a bit tired out there, and he doesn't really look like himself. He's been shooting really bad today. Luka Doncic, he's been really 0 out of 3 from 3, hasn't made a free throw. 4 out of 11 from the field is Luka, as the Clippers are up by 17, 50-33. Shot clock down to 1. Porzingis puts it up and is no good. For the Clippers, they've been on fire. They're Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have 13 and 15 points. Jackson a 3. That is short. Finney-Smith with the rebound. Like I said, Leonard has 13. George has 15. The two stars for the Clippers putting up some good numbers early on today, just like they did in Game 3. Here's Luka in the post. Tough fadeaway. He's got it. Luka Doncic. Will that get the Dawn going here? Down by 15 still, 50-35, and Luka looks really, really tired out here. Only 10 points, 5 out of 12 from the field, as Marcus Morris Sr. kicks it back out. Batum, nice ball movement. George in the corner for 3, rattles it home. Paul George, he's been insane from downtown this game. PG-13. Look at Paul George, 3 out of 5 from downtown. And that's a 2-and-1. Kristaps Porzingis. KP getting it to go. Count it and 1. The Mavericks have got to put some great offensive plays here together and play some defense. Their defense has really struggled in Game 3 and Game 4 as Porzingis hits the land to complete the 3-point play. 53-37 Mavericks. Clippers, excuse me. The Clippers are on top right now by 16. And here's Porzingis, who makes it. 53-38, approaching 3 minutes to go in the first half. Once again, Dallas leads the series 2-1. And here is Rajon Rondo at the trade deadline was sent to the Clippers. It's been a good acquisition as their point guard. And here's PG-13, shot clock down to 2. George can draw the foul. Luka gets the board. And here come the Mavericks. Luka putting some moves on Terrence Mann. He drives past him, kicks it out. And here's Finney-Smith, who cannot make the shot. And that is Kawhi Leonard throwing it down. Here is the claw. 55-38. Los Angeles. Kawhi has 15, 7 out of 9 from the field. Here's Luka, spin. Got it again. Luka Doncic using the mid-range game here in the second quarter. And he consistently is grimacing after he makes a shot. He's battling through it. 55-40, Los Angeles. And there is Leonard once again. Kawhi throws it down a sledgehammer with one hand. And it's 17 now for the Clippers, the lead. Under 2 minutes to go. Luka is stripped of the ball. It's stolen. Here's Leonard. Fast break. Leonard almost throws it away. Rondo saves it. And he throws it out of bounds. A wild sequence there. 1:38 left in the first half. Luka is laboring. And he is tired. Timeout on the floor. Paul George is 18. Kawhi has 17 to lead the scorers for the Clippers. And for the Mavericks, Doncic has 12, but is minus 11 in plus minus. And Porzingis has 10. Haven't gotten a lot from the two stars of the Mavericks compared to the Clippers. Hi, man. Hi, what's up? It's been a pretty interesting game so far. The Clippers have really taken control of this game. Clippers up by 17, 57-40. After game 3, I mean, this is kind of a bit of a shock, but considering Luka got injured, I mean, he hasn't looked totally like himself. Maybe that's a reason why, but really the main reason is their defense lack of getting those offensive rebounds. In game 3, the Clippers won by 10, 118-108, where they came back from a 19-point deficit to end up beating the Mavericks at home. So far, the road team has won all 3 games in the series, and it's looking like they might win the 4th one, possibly. Kawhi Leonard had 36 in that game, and Paul George at 29 in game 3. We compared Luka had 44, 9, and 9, which was really incredible. But Porzingis only contributed 9 points, which was really the problem in that game against the Clippers. But here we are in game 4. Clippers trying to tie up the series heading back to Los Angeles, and the Mavericks trying to take a commanding 3-1 lead in the number 4 versus number 5 series here in the Western Conference. The Mavericks ended the season 42-30, which was good enough for 5th in the Western Conference. And the Clippers ended up with 47-25, which was 4th, making this 4-5 matchup a rematch from last year, the 2 versus 7, where the Clippers won in 6 games last year in the bubble. Of course, you remember Luka Doncic's game winner in game 4, which was an incredible rainbow 3 for the win. And Porzingis got hurt in that series, which is why the Clippers won in 6. I expect a 7-game series here, but in the first 2 games, the Mavericks looked dominant. In game 3, the Clippers came back and won. And we'll see how it is here if the Mavericks can pull a comeback and win in this one. Currently, Clips lead Mavs 57-40. Minute 38 left in the half. You have Batum and Morris Sr. and Reggie Jackson, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard as the starting lineup for the Clippers. And for the Mavericks, you have Finney-Smith, Kleber, Hardaway, Porzingis, and Doncic. As you see, Luka has that shoulder wrapped up. He did have some sort of neck injury in that game 3 after halftime. He said he felt it, and then it started tingling down his left arm. A really weird sensation that Luka Doncic was experiencing with that injury. And he really has not looked himself in this game. Like I said, his field shooting has been horrendous, shooting 6 out of 13 from the field, 0 out of 3 from 3 and free throw. He's really struggling right now, battling through that injury, grimacing here, and he has the ball. Dallas down by 17, trying to get a couple of points here. Get some momentum going before the half ends. Here's Hardaway. Jackson on guard. Hardaway! Batum throws it away. There's Nick Batum, a great acquisition for the Clippers, the Frenchman coming in this year for the Clippers. And that's a nice feed. There is Porzingis who throws it down. Porzingis finds a wide open bucket, and he has 12. Here's Rondo, sets and fires a 3, lines it up, and it is good. Rajon Rondo, and the lead is now 18 points for the Clippers, who have come out and made a statement here early on. Clip shooting 41%. Doncic tries a 3 of his own. Can't get the rebound. Here's Leonard up ahead. And that's an offensive foul on Kawhi Leonard, who wants to review it here, but we will see. It looked to be an offensive foul on Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi wants to review it. Let's see what Coach Lou thinks of it. That looks to be a charge to me, a clear offensive foul on Leonard. It should stick with the call here on the floor. It doesn't look like Ty Lue is going to challenge it here. It's 60-42. Clips. Clippers have really dominated this first half, winning the first quarter by 9 and now winning this quarter by 9 as well. It's been all about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. That's the key for them. We've said it last year too. They didn't deliver when they had to. The guys have been paid the big bucks. They didn't do it. Looks to be a good charge taken from Hardaway, and I think it should be Mavericks ball. I think the call on the floor should stand. Once again, 60-42 Clippers. This is in American Airlines Center in Dallas. Let's take a look at the ruling. Call on the floor stands after the ruling. So it will be Dallas ball. They are in the bonus, so that should result in free throws every time there's a foul called. 51.1 left in the second. Clippers up by 18. Take a look at Ty Lue. Game 3 was a must-win for this Clipper team, being down 2-0 in the series. If they lost Game 3, the series would have been good as over. No team has ever come back from a 3-0 deficit. And Ty Lue and his crew, they got it together when they had to. I mean, the Mavericks came out firing in that first half. Clippers are down by 19 or something. They came all the way back, dominated that fourth quarter. And here they are, dominating this first half here, having that same game plan, playing some really good defense, getting that shot blocking presence, playing with that aggression here against Dallas, and it's paid off here, leading big in this first half. Let's see if the Mavericks can make an adjustment in the second half, and they'll need some late buckets here in the first half as Luka dances around, step back three. Three is swish. That is a good sight to see for Mavericks fans. Luka Doncic hits his first 3 of the game here, and now he has 15 points. And here's Rondo setting up, guarded by Porzingis. That was a huge 3. Rondo fakes a 3. Here is Patrick Beverley, who's entered the game off the bench. Beverley lays it up. Can't get it to go, and that's a foul. Terrence Mann will be shooting some free throws here. This was a huge 3 from Luka. It looked to be a little short. Step back 3. Swish. That was a clean shot. Once Luka hits it, it goes clean. There's no doubt about that. Terrence Mann heading to the free throw line here, shooting 2. Gets that first one to go. 16.4 left in the first half. Clips up by 16, 61-45. Terrence Mann, coming off the bench for the Clippers, has been a vital role player for them. He has now 1 point and 1 rebound in 7 minutes. It's not been a very deep bench for the Clippers this year as he misses the second free throw. Last possession will go to Dallas, being down by 16. If they can get a 3 here, they'd be down by 13. That would be seen as a change of momentum. 2 straight threes here. Let's see Patrick Beverley being guarded Luka. Here's a 3 at Burke. Can't hit it. And that will halftime here in Dallas. 61-45. Clippers at the half. It's been a statement here in the first half by the Los Angeles Clippers. Mavericks going to need something big here in the second half, and Luka Doncic is the key. First half done and dusted here in American Airlines Center. So that's the first half, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already for all your NBA first round and playoffs content. What's up, my guy? It's going to be a tight one here, but it's not looking like that right now as the Clippers have a dominant 16-point lead right now, taking control of the game by their defense. When did I say that? I'm not ending the stream. I never said that, man. I'm not ending it anytime soon. Earlier today, we had 3 games in the first round. First off was the Knicks versus Hawks. That series is very intense, and the Hawks ended up winning 113-96, having a 3-1 lead over the Knicks, as the series will be heading back to Madison Square Garden. The Knicks acting like they're so amazing, even though they only won 1 game. All their fans really were going crazy for that one single win after 8 years. And here they are, staring down a 3-1 deficit. Doesn't look too good for the Knicks here, as Julius Randle really has not shown that most improved player type attitude. And we also had the Suns versus Lakers. That turned out to be a very good game. But unfortunately, Anthony Davis got hurt with a groin strain. He was out for the second half, and that allowed the Suns with CP3, Chris Paul playing full game healthy, to take the win 100-92. Chris Paul putting in a good performance with 18 points and 9 assists to help lead the Suns to tie up the series 2-2. And that series is probably going to go to 7. That's a really nice series right there between the Suns and Lakers that, to me, is really going to decide the Western Conference. And then we also had the Celtics versus Nets, where the Nets dominated the entire game, winning 141-126. And the Brooklyn Nets now have a 3-1 series lead over the Boston Celtics. I predicted the Nets to win in 5, so it's looking like that very much. And it's really looking like we're going to see a Nets versus Bucks Eastern Conference semi matchup, which is really going to be interesting. I cannot wait for that matchup when that happens, if it does. And it seems very likely that it will. But right here and now, with the Clippers and Mavericks, Dallas currently has a 2-1 lead in the series. The Clippers lead 61-45 at the half, up by 16. Really, what's been the story has been that Clippers defense. They've been pretty good. And then the teammates, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, those two with a combined 35 points. Paul George shooting 50%, 3 out of 5 from downtown, and Kawhi Leonard at 80% from the field. So both of those guys are the key. They messed up in the bubble last year, and that's why they got to step up here. If you guys are new, be sure to hit the like. I'd really appreciate that. And subscribe as well if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys hitting that like button if you can. As we are at halftime here, if you don't know that already. Leading scorer for the Clippers is Paul George with 18. For the Mavericks, it's Doncic with 15. If you don't know, Luka is one of my favorite players. So if you sense a slight amount of bias, that's really why. Because I do love watching Luka Doncic play. He is my second favorite player, James Harden being my first favorite player. And Paul George really doing well. You know, he got paid that Supermax contract in the offseason, and he's got to make it show here, and he's doing very much so right now. With 18 points, making a big difference with a plus 11 and a plus minus. 5 rebounds and assists as well to go along with it. 60% from 3, 3 out of 5. And then also have Batum with 7 and Reggie Jackson with 7, who's that point guard, as we have. As Patrick Beverley has been coming off the bench. I think the Clippers defense has been pretty good. They were one of the best defenses, but in the playoffs, they've been one of the worst defenses in the NBA, in the 16-team department. So they're really improving in that way, playing aggressive, going in their faces, trying to be a little rough with the Clippers with the Mavericks is what they are trying to do. It's really going to be hard to stop Luka no matter what. He's been guarded by Patrick Beverly, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. Nobody can stop Luka the Don. So they're really going to have to just stop the role players, which they've done well as well. They've held the role players. Finney Smith to 2 points, Kleba to 0, Hardaway to 4, and just Boban Marjanovic has Boban has 4 points in that first quarter. So that was the only. Boban really changed this game. I think for the Mavericks, it was a really big presence. We saw that crowd get involved. That was really fun to see. The crowd getting so loud to see Boban. I love Boban. He's a really good guy, really, really nice guy. And he was that big guy. He's 7.5 feet. So he really made a big difference there. Luka with a nice pass to him. That really helped the Mavericks. But, the Clippers in the end started draining those 3-pointers. And then started playing that lockdown D. I think that's like really where it changed the game. The Clippers, they're shooting 41% from 3, 7 out of 17, compared to the Mavericks. Their threes, the Mavericks shooting threes is like so important. I'm telling you. The Mavericks are really key on that 3-pointer. That's how they win ball games. And currently they're shooting 3 out of 16 from 3, which is good for 19%. And that is not good at all. So it's going to be interesting. I think, in the NBA, any deficit is really possible to come back from. We've seen teams come back from 20 plus. So it's really going to be interesting. That's the thing about the NBA, which is really good. You can come back from these kind of deficits. You shouldn't have to worry. I still think the Mavericks can win the series. Yeah, I have no idea, man. So whatever. I don't care. I don't give anything about that. So we good though. We good, guys. Oh, and by the way, it was good to see the Astros finally win a game against the Padres. Honestly, I feel that we should have swept the Padres. That's what I think. I watched the first game against the Padres, and it was the 10th inning, right? I timed him out. I guess I'll ban him too. But the second half should be coming up shortly, so be sure to stay tuned. Hit the like if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys hitting the like button and subscribing if you are new. Should be a good one, though. I'm expecting Luka to bounce back. Like I said, Luka's injury is becoming a bit of a problem here. He really is kind of struggling, to say the least. mean, we had the bases loaded opportunity in the bottom of the 10th inning, if you remember that. That was a bases loaded opportunity, and Altuve was at the plate, and we didn't get it done. So I think that was a really great opportunity. But yeah, I'll definitely say we should have won the final two games. That was really a problem. Taylor Jones not catching that foul ball. I think if La Pina was there, we would have had that victory. But that went into extras, 12th inning, all that nonsense. Should have ended in the top of the 9th inning. Then Taylor Jones got him out. Or, if you just didn't face Tatis, and I was thinking maybe you could have maybe walked Tatis and then face Hosmer. I thought that would have been a good idea. I don't know. Whatever. We won the final game though. Zach Greinke had 8 innings of good pitching. And then Scrub literally almost scared me. Man, this bullpen is really bothering me, to say the least. But that's how it is. It'll get better as the season goes on. But I'm going to give my prediction for the second half. I think the Mavericks will come back. I think they'll make it close. And then we'll really have to see from there. I think there's a really good chance that the Clippers are going to win this game. I think a very good chance. And I think it might be headed 2-2, heading back to Staples. And then it's going to be a good series. As you take a look at, these NBA fans are just stupid. I'm telling you. Some of these fans are just outright ridiculous. Some of these fans are just horrendous. I'm telling you. I mean, you just saw a water bottle being thrown at Kyrie Irving. I mean, that's really, really bad. I mean, there's not really many people watching right now. I'll definitely do it when I see more people coming, man. So. But all right, man. Peace out. Yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah, I'll see definitely if I have time. But be sure to stick around, guys, for the second half. It's going to be a good one. And be sure to hit the like button. It's not that hard. Just hit thumbs up. I'd appreciate that if you could. So hope you guys are having a great day. Let me know your thoughts on this game. What do you think it's going to be? Currently, the Clippers are winning by 16, 61-45. As we are back from the commercial break and ready for the second half, As you take a look at the game summary, currently the Clippers are shooting 52% from the field compared to the Mavericks shooting really bad from the field. The Mavericks are only shooting 38% from the field. The Mavericks are also struggling from the free throw line. 50%, 4 out of 8 from the free throw line. As we are here in the second half, Clippers opening with possession here, as that's a feed from Kawhi. Can't hold on, Paul George. And that's a nice start for the Mavericks as they get a quick stop. And here they come on offense. Luka Doncic gonna have to play a big impact. There's Luka. And of course, Kristaps Porzingis really needs to play a big part here. Hasn't really done too well this series. And he comes up short there. And here's Reggie Jackson, the point guard for the Clippers. See, he does a crossover move. And he does an easy layup. Bring it home. Reggie Jackson. He's having an impact as Luka. Nice step back three. That's not good on the line. And that's a three. And that was drilled. Marcus Morris Sr. You hit that one. That's Kawhi Leonard, excuse me. Thought that was Marcus Morris Sr. But as Kawhi Leonard now has 20 points in the game, and Reggie Jackson has 9 as well. Getting a third score in this game is going to be crucial for the Clippers. 66-45. It's an 11-point game now. And here's Hardaway. Finds Luka. Luka cuts around. There's Maxi Kleber. Hasn't scored yet in this game. And Luka, once again, that's another tough mid-range. And that is blocked, but it's a foul. It's going to be a foul on Marcus Morris. Right there. And it also could be on Batum over there. We'll have to see. But either way, Luka's heading to the line. Luka is a very, very bad free throw shooter. Only 48% from the free throw line in this series. So he has to improve from the free throw line. I cannot believe Luka has 48% from the free throw line in the series. He hasn't even made one yet. He's 0 out of 4. Make it 0 out of 5 from the free throw line. This is becoming a big problem for the Mavericks, that they cannot hit free throws. I mean, they're now 4 out of 10 from the free throw line. And here's Paul George, finds Batum, and that is a bad pass from the Frenchman. And here comes Finney-Smith coming out of the pack. Finds Porzingis, and that ball is stolen by Batum. Makes up for it. Here's Leonard. Thinks about a three. Reggie Jackson, nice cut. Finds Batum in the corner. And here is Leonard driving past. That's a foul. And it's not. Never mind. And there's a foul on Kawhi. There's Luka Doncic right there. It's actually going to be on Finney-Smith. As you see Kawhi driving right there, it's probably where they called it on Finney-Smith. To me, it could be on Luka, but it doesn't matter. Kawhi is heading to the line. Rick Carlisle, the head coach for the Dallas Mavericks, he is wondering where the foul is. Even I'm wondering where the foul is, but Kawhi comes up short on that free throw. You know, Kawhi shoots around 88% from the free throw line, roughly. The Claw with 20 points in this game. Had a 38-point game in the last game, which was really good to see. 67-45, Clippers. And here is Luka. Shot clock down to 4. Step back mid-ranger. That doesn't go. And the struggles continue for Luka the Don. And here's Kawhi. Nice feed to Jackson. Finds Batum open for 3. Doesn't take it. And that ball is stolen by Luka. Nice play defensively. And here he is. Open for 3. Doesn't take it. Hardaway stop and pop 3. No good. And it's a rebound by Morris. Given to Jackson. Mavericks have got to start doing something here. They're really struggling. They're down by 22 now. This is not a good start for the Dallas Mavericks. They are really struggling. Doesn't really look like it's their day right now. I mean, it's a blowout, unfortunately, for the Mavericks, to say the least. That's what it's been. As Kawhi heads to the line, this game could be getting out of control in a couple of minutes if the Mavericks don't do something about it. Kawhi hits the first one. They're up by 23 now. I mean, this is really getting out of control here for the Mavericks. Here's Kawhi for the second one, and that goes down too. Brings the lead up to 24 for the Clips. It's really going to take some kind of effort here, but there is time. Still 9 minutes to go in this third quarter, and then you have the fourth quarter as well. They need a run here, like a 10-0 run. Kleber 3, and that it comes up short as well. Another offensive rebound here for the Mavs. Here's Luka off glass. Porzingis finishes. Much needed basket. They've got to bring this lead down to maybe 15, let's say, going into the fourth. And here's Leonard. Leonard driving. Kicks it out. Jackson finds Batum a 3. Batum lines it up. Can't make it to go. Luka gets a rebound. This is another important possession here for the Mavericks. Down by 22. They need some sort of consistency offensively. Finney-Smith. Richardson. He tries it, and that is an air ball. And that really is an ugly shot there by Josh Richardson, acquired via trade from the 76ers. He's been important as a role player. That time he comes up really bad. Jackson finds Morris. And here's PG-13. Paul George finds Batum. And that's Batum tries a runner. That doesn't go. And here's the rebound. Richardson up ahead. Richardson cutting pass, and that's a foul on Jackson. Still 69-47, Los Angeles. So it's still a 22-point lead. And here's Richardson. 7:42 left in the third. Richardson off glass, way too high. Here's Leonard with the rebound. Here's Leonard running the offense, finds Marcus Morris Sr. Sr. gets the incredible shot to go. And it is getting kind of ugly here in American Airlines Center here in Dallas. Look at these Clippers coming out to play 71-47. It's now at 27. It's now a Jesus. It's 25. 24. This is wow. I did not expect this to happen, honestly. I mean, if this continues for a couple of minutes, I mean, it's not going to be very good, is it? $24-point lead. I mean, that is tough to come back from. 24 points, really, really tough. Currently in a commercial break. Clippers up by a dominant 24 points. Hope you're enjoying the stream and my commentary. Tell me how good my commentary is. You can go ahead and go in the live stream. The live chat. If you enjoy, please go down and hit the like. Really appreciate that support. I'd really appreciate if you guys can hit that like button. Just pretty easy to do that. Appreciate that. But once again, Red break, 71-47. I mean, the Mavericks are just really shooting badly. I mean, to tell you, 3 out of 20 from 3. 3 out of 20 from 3. That tells you how bad it is. I mean, that's 15% from 3. That's just the story of this game. And then you compare that to the Clippers. Look at them, 42% from 3. That's just an outrageous difference there. It's almost 3 times better than what the Mavericks are doing right now. And free throws, 40% for the Mavericks from free throw, and 34% from the field. This Clipper team is really shooting really good right now, and it's the exact opposite for the Mavericks. Kawhi with 23 points, plus 22 and plus minus. Really tells you that difference. Really, everybody contributing in that starting lineup for the Clippers compared to the Mavericks. Kleba still has 0 points in 24 minutes. Hardaway has 4. Finney-Smith has 2. It's really not been too great for this team today. It's probably not their day today, the Mavericks. I'll give them a couple more minutes to see if they can maybe bring this back down to, maybe go on a 10-0 run, bring this down to 14. Then we'll see from there, but this continues for a couple more minutes. I mean, Luka really is mad. I've never seen him this mad before. He throws that cart down on the ground. I mean, I understand it, Luka. I understand. If you want to get back into this game, start making those threes. Currently shooting that at 15%, my guy. Here we go. Mavericks have got to put up, maybe a 10-0 run here. If not, that could all be all she wrote for Game 4. Here's Luka. Shot clock down to 4. Luka driving, mid-range free throw line jumper. That rattles home. Luka Doncic realizes he's got to get it going, and that may not be good enough. He's got to see the ball go through the hoop. Maybe that'll start something here. Clippers on an 11-4 run this last 5 minutes. And here's Paul George probing. Nice crossover. Can't find anybody. Being triple teamed. Almost loses it. Here's Jackson, a deep 3 buzzer. And that's a rebound by Kleba. Here we go. Here are what the Mavericks need right here and right now. They need a run here. They need another shot right here. And here's Porzingis. He's got to get going. Paul George has been playing great defense, and there's Porzingis who hits it. It's now 20, 71-51. Maybe here we go. Maybe here are the Mavericks. Here they come. Let's see what they can do. And here's Batum, fakes a 3, tries to get around Porzingis, can't. Back to Leonard, guarded by Richardson. Nice feed. Jackson kicks it out. Finds Batum in the corner for 3. Lines it up. Drills it. Nicholas Batum. That was a big 3 there to respond from the Mavericks. Batum with 10. 2 out of 4. Like I said, the role players coming in clutch for this Clipper team. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis a 3. Can't answer back. Here's Richardson. Nice offensive rebound. But it's going to be a foul on Richard. It's going to be a foul on Kleba. This is really not their day. Not at all. Mavericks, just every time they try and score some points, the Clippers answer right back to kill that momentum. I mean, they're killing that momentum. And here's the claw. Kawhi Leonard, 2019 Finals MVP. Remember that when he was with the Raptors, 4-2 series win over the Warriors. Finds Marcus Morris Sr. a 3 again. Cash money for this Clipper team. And it's up to 26 now. Both of these threes. Here's Luka trying to answer back. Can't. Rebound. Here is Paul George. PG, nice crossover, step back mid-ranger. Doesn't go. Leonard comes back with it with his big hands, gets the offensive rebound. 16-6, Clippers in this third quarter. And that's another foul, again on Kleber. Leonard heads to the line. Look at that stat. Since 4:30 was left in the first quarter of Game 3, Clippers have outscored Mavericks 184 to 129. That is really outrageous. Leonard hits the first one. It's now 27, the lead for the Clippers, as Boban Marjanovic, the fan favorite in Dallas, checks in. Had an early 4 points in this game. Really ugly. I'm going to assume it's going to be a loss here for the Mavericks. A really ugly one here now to the hands of the Clippers, putting up a statement here. It's going to be looking like the away team wins. Hey, man, what's up? I mean, your videos are actually going viral, my guy, so on YouTube. Here's Luka. He almost lost the ball. Leonard playing some good defense. Finds Marjanovic. He finishes. Boban with a quick 6 points in this game off the bench. That's nice to see. And here's Leonard. Finds some room. Looks to Zubac, who's coming off the bench. Here's PG-13. Nice moves past. And it's an illegal screen on Zubac here. Zubac is coming off the bench this year. Last year was a starting center. Still no Serge Ibaka for the Clippers. He got injured. I mean, we will see. It is a really big one right now. I mean, this is 26. That's really big. But we'll see. I mean, this Clippers team, they have a tendency of choking. You never know. It's all up to Luka. Here's Marjanovic. That's a tough shot. That's a 3-second violation on the Mavericks, though. Clippers already in the bonus. 3:49 left in this third quarter here. Let's take a look at DeMarcus Cousins. Played for the Rockets this season and then signed with the Clippers here for this playoff run. And here's Rondo, acquired at that trade deadline from the Hawks. They traded Lou Will to get Rondo. He's had a decent impact on this team. As Paul George loses the handle, here comes Josh Richardson. Here finds Luka. Luka, one-legged free throw jumper won't go. Yeah, I know. 3 straight games they lost. They had like a close to a 20-point lead, didn't they? But this is kind of getting out of control here, but we'll see. The Mavericks really need a run here, maybe a 10-0 run. Bring it back down to like 16 or something to give them any sort of chance in winning this game. He's a big X factor, Rajon Rondo. I mean, leadership, intensity, he brings that all to the table. Really good player off the bench for them running that offense. Zubac to the line, hits that first one. It's now a 27-point lead back again. Hardaway has been on the bench for a little bit here. As there's KP, Porzingis checking in with Finney-Smith, Doncic, Marjanovic coming out for Porzingis. And you have Brunson coming in for the Mavericks. Zubac for the second one. That doesn't go. Porzingis grabs it. Up ahead, Richardson. Can't find a hold. Nice defense by Paul George. Yeah, this is good defense by Paul George. Very good. Here's Richardson. Here's Richardson to the cup. Finishes. 25 now for the Clippers. That's a much needed points there. They've got to get a stop now. Every time the Mavericks score, they just give up some more buckets on the other end, which is the reason why they haven't taken control. Richardson is important off the bench, has to get going here. Paul George navigating through traffic, finds Zubac, puts up a wild runner. Brunson grabs the rebound. I really appreciate that, my guy. Thanks a lot. Here's Brunson. Some crossovers. Richardson finds Porzingis in the paint. Here's Brunson. Oh, trying to go around Zubac, but he crashes into the big guy. And timeout here on the floor. 80-55. Clippers. So, I mean, I didn't really expect this kind of game to happen. I thought it would be a good one here tonight, but so far it hasn't really looked like that. I mean, it's a 25-point lead for the Clippers. 2:07 left in this third quarter here. 2 minutes left. Maybe the Mavericks, like I said, I've been trying to say they have to go on a run here, like a 10-0 run, some kind of sort like that. That's the only way they can win. Got 2 minutes left, go on a 5-0 run, bring it to 20, and then it's still very difficult. I mean, this is really a difficult task. And, I mean, assuming the series becomes 2-2, heading into Staples, I mean, the Clippers would love having that home court back, although it really hasn't been much of a factor this series. I mean, looking at it, the away team has won all 4 games, most likely. I'm assuming the Clippers win this one. I'm in 11th grade. School year's almost ending, though. Got 2 more weeks of school, though. Currently in a commercial break, 2 minutes left in this. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, the Clippers, yeah, they can win Game 5 having this momentum. And then coming back to Dallas in a Game 6 for the Mavericks must win. Mavericks could win that and win Game 7. I definitely agree with that. It's very, very likely. You know, the Clippers struggle. They're trying to put away series. My favorite NBA team, I live in Houston. Go Rockets. Let's go Rockets. I know the Rockets had the worst record in the league this year, but I believe we're going to be good next year. Hopefully you get the top pick in the draft, get Cade Cunningham. Would love to have Cade on this team. And then we'd have Cade Cunningham, KPJ, Christian Wood, Jayshawn Tate, you know, Armani Brooks. We'd have some good guys on that team. I go to Challenge Early College High School. It's like, you know, the Galleria? It's like near that. Oh, you're a Heat fan? Bruh. This is not the bubble, my guy. This is not the bubble. That's really, I don't know what happened to this Heat team. They just really didn't show up. I mean, they really didn't improve dramatically. They got Oladipo from the Rockets. He got injured. And that's it. They didn't really improve. I mean, they got Trevor Ariza. And then they lost Kelly Olynyk, which kind of hurt them. And then losing Oladipo, even with Oladipo, I'm not sure this Bucks team really was great. They may, I mean, with that bubble situation, maybe it kind of changed the playing field. Plus, that Bucks team from last year wasn't even that good. Yeah, KO. My guy's the GOAT. I love Olynyk, by the way. But I think that's really what happened. The Heat didn't improve, the Bucks really improved. And here's Brunson. Tries a 3. That doesn't go. Your team got killed in the play-in. Was that the Hornets? because the Hornets got killed. The Pacers got killed in the second game of their play-in. Here's Batum a three, lines it up, doesn't go. Doncic gets the board. Both teams in the bonus here for the final 135. Here is Doncic. Oh, the Warriors, I mean, they didn't get killed. They lost very close games. I'm sure that's got to hurt as Luka Doncic off glass. That is beautiful. Put some English on it, Luka. The lead is still 23. It was a tough loss for the Warriors. They had a chance to beat the Lakers. They had a chance to beat the Grizzlies. Kawhi to Golden State. What about Kawhi to Miami? I heard about Kawhi going to the Heat. I don't know. Imagine. I mean, the Warriors with Klay Thompson, Steph, and Kawhi. No, that's a super team. I don't know, how tall do you think I am? Yeah, I'm 7.5 feet, like Boban Marjanovic. That's a shot by Paul George. Finishes at the free throw line. It's now 82-57. I have Curry number 3 for MVP. I'll tell you why. 7 feet 1 inch. I have Steph number 3. I actually had Luka number 2. I mean, that's what I think. I have Luka number 2 and I have Jokic number 1. That's just my thoughts. Personally, I think Jokic had the stats. He had the impact. He had that third best record in the West. I think all of that combined, him running the offense and stuff, I think that's why I think Jokic should take it. I mean, even without Jamal Murray, that Nuggets team was still pretty good. A lot of it because of Jokic. And then I have Doncic as number 2 simply because this Mavericks team, they didn't have Porzingis for the longest time. And that's a 3 by Finney Smith. Yeah, I was going to major in broadcasting, like, to do this because I love doing play-by-play, so I was going to do that. And here's Paul George, nice crossover. Wild layup doesn't go. Final seconds, Luka launches a half-court shot that almost went. 82-60, end of the third. Still a 22-point lead. The Clippers look good tonight, and as long as they don't kill themselves here, they should be good to go in this game. And Steph at number 3, I know his team was like number 8. He played really great in that April month. He had like 38 points per game in April, which was really insane. No, I'm not above 5'6". Let's just say I'm right under that. I know Steph did really good carrying his team, but I just think that, yeah, I'll throw that sledgehammer right on top of you. You better watch out. But I had Steph number 3. I know he played well, but like I said, I just think Luka's impact leading that team to a number 5 seed. I think Luka Doncic did really incredible. Obviously, Luka has the stats, and I think he did really good. I mean, this Mavericks team without Porzingis for the longest time, it's not like the Mavericks are like such a great team. The Mavericks really don't have like the best players besides Luka. So that's why I think getting them to number 5 with 42-30 record, that's why I think Luka's number 2. Then Steph, and then I'm gonna go Chris Paul and then I have Chris Paul and Joel Embiid to round out my top 5 for MVP. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys watching and tuning into the stream. If you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate that. I got you covered for the NBA on my play-by-play commentary and live reaction and predictions. I'd really appreciate if you could subscribe as well and hit the like if you want. But I really doubt the Mavericks are going to come back now. I mean, it's 82. All right, not bad. That's a good list. That's a pretty good list. Westbrook. How about Westbrook? I don't know. I don't know about Westbrook. Maybe. I mean, the Wizards got the 8th seed. And he was putting up, triple-doubles every single game or something? Is that what Westbrook did? I know he passed Oscar Robertson and stuff, but... I mean, yeah, that's a good list. What do you think about CP3? I love CP3. What do you think about him? Where would you have him? 6? And we're back here for the fourth quarter as Luka Doncic is sitting on the bench to start the fourth quarter. Now, the Mavericks being down by what they are, 22 points. Is Luka exactly. I mean, besides Bradley Beal and Russ, yeah, their team's trash. Really, it is. They don't have any other guys on their team that can really meaningfully contribute. I had the 76ers winning in 5 games. Wow, Marjanovic with the dream shake? Okay. Look at Boban doing the dream shake. He hits that. Boban with 8 points. I love to see Boban contribute. Here's Leonard, a mid-range jumper at the line. Hits it. It's now 84-62 Clippers. As Hardaway has checked back into the game. Yeah, Boban, definitely. He's the MVP of this Mavericks team. What a guy. Boban. Here's Brunson. Yeah, Marjanovic, Brunson, Hardaway, Richardson. As Brunson throws it off of Rondo. Okay, Brunson. I see you. There's Ty Lue. Actually coaching now, Ty Lue. There's Finney Smith. And here's Kleba. Hasn't scored yet. Won't. That's another rebound. Here's Rondo, Zubac, Leonard, Mann, and Batum in for the Clippers. Nice ball movement. Here's Terrence Mann in the corner for 3. That doesn't go. Another rebound here for the Clippers. I was wondering that exact same thing. And there's Rondo finishing, going glass. I was wondering the same thing. CP3, he was willing to play today in game 4. I mean, this is not a game 7, right? I mean, this is game 4. You're down 2-1 to the Lakers, excuse me. And he plays through that injury. I think definitely probably that hamstring probably was more severe is what I'm thinking. That he probably couldn't really run with that hamstring. But I mean, with that shoulder thing, I think he could go through that. I think that's really what happened there. It's really unfortunate. I would have thought at least CP would try and play through it. When I was watching that game 7, I was really hoping that CP3 would try and come out, maybe force his way onto the field, force his way onto the court, maybe try to have some sort of impact on the game. Yeah, I know he was limping in that, so I'm wondering, why he didn't do that with the Rockets, in that game 7. I think even with him limping, he probably could have had some impact positively on the game. Maybe the Rockets trainers didn't allow that to happen at all. I mean, that still hurts though. I mean, it does. I'm not gonna lie. Here's Richardson going really fast. Can't get it to finish. Yeah, only in the first round though. Not in the conference finals. Interesting. I mean, that's when you should really be playing through injuries in that kind of environment. Conference finals. I mean, that's really when you have to play through that kind of stuff. It's just weird. And I just really don't know how CP3 gets injured every time in the playoffs. It's just so weird seeing what happened. But I don't think the shoulder contusion is really as bad as what that hamstring was. That's just maybe what happened, but either way. Oh, you went to game 7? Nice. I actually went to game 1 of that series. That was pretty fun, but even though the Rockets lost, but that must have been pretty bad. You know, I thought CP3 would try and play. He was just sitting on the bench, didn't do anything. And there's Hardaway, and he falls to the ground. I hope Hardaway is doing okay. Hardaway just got hurt. Let's see what happened. Ooh, kind of takes a big fall there. Hardaway Jr., son of Tim Hardaway. I know, I really missed that. I would have gone to a Rockets playoff game. You know, if they were playing, I would have gone. There's no doubt. I went in 2019. I saw game 5 between the Jazz and Rockets. That was the first round. I loved it because I really hate the Jazz. No offense to the Jazz, but I just don't like the Jazz at all. And I was really happy to see that they lost in that game. So, and Toyota Center, just awesome. It was really fun. Because Jazz fans would boo Harden so much when he went to Utah. I would really hate the Jazz fans. Really, that's what the problem is. I just hate Jazz fans. But and then in 2019, he silenced the crowd. So yeah, we own the Jazz. I mean, we just own them in the playoffs. So here's Kleba. Can you finally score? No. Okay. Kleba just is not going to score today. I'm actually rooting for Memphis to beat the Jazz. Well, Luka is still playing. I mean, they're down by 24. Here's Brunson, cutting and weaving. Finds Marjanovic. Boban can't get that one to go. 88-64 Los Angeles. It's been a complete domination. Here's Rondo, step back 3. Nope. And Zubac and Marjanovic fight, and it is Dallas ball. But I think, going back to the Rockets, if they can get Cade, I think the Rockets will be a secret playoff team. Definitely a play-in team. I think they can be that secret play-in team. Zubac is fouled out, but I think they can be good if they can get Cade and then KPJ in the backcourt, Jayshawn Tate power forward, KJ Martin as the forward, and then Christian as a center. I think that's pretty good. And then Armani Brooks. Hopefully we can keep KO. And then I think that Rockets team could be good. And I do like Coach Silas as well. Yeah, man, we'll see. I definitely love watching KPJ. And Rondo tries another 3. That doesn't go. I think KPJ really modeled his game after James Harden, and that's a weak pass, but I think he really modeled his game after James because he has that step back, he uses it. He's a really good passer, just like James is. I think him going to the G League, that's what he was trying to do. That's what they wanted him to do, be like that future James Harden of this team, but we'll see. Marcus Morris tries a step back, three splash. That's actually a long two. And Luka is still playing. I'm just wondering, why is Luka playing? And there's Porzingis, he's fouled. But why is Luka playing? You're down by so much. What is Luka doing even playing in this game? Marjanovic literally collides into Marcus Morris. Take a look at Marcus Morris. Yeah, I hope KPJ develops. I think he'll continue to develop. I think pretty highly of him. I think he has to start shooting more consistently. He can consistently drain shots. I think that would really cement a position for him. But I mean, these Clippers, they'll tie up the series here 2-2, heading back to Staples. Game 5, the pivotal Game 5. We know how important that is for all the teams. Who's going to win that? You know, the Clippers getting some momentum here. They probably could win that Game 5. And now you're looking at, I think that's also a problem. I mean, he's going to those clubs. I mean, that's always going to be a problem. I mean, James still used to go to those clubs and still like play good, but I don't know. I mean, he's still pretty young. What is he like? 20, KPJ? Oh yeah. I really hope that doesn't happen. That's one thing we have to like hope he doesn't do that. You follow the Astros too? You watch baseball? But I don't know. Wow, well, that atmosphere must have been amazing. Yeah. You went to where Trevor Bauer was pitching, or you went to Kershaw's game? Because we smoked Trevor Bauer, just like he should be. Trevor Bauer should be smoked, and we smoked him. And did you hear about that fight? That fight between the Dodgers and Astros fan? That was like, yeah, I know, that was a tough one. I mean, there were like so many Dodgers fans. Were you sitting nearby to any Dodgers fans? Like, because half that stadium was full of Dodgers fans. So that was just a crazy environment. Yeah, I know. That's just how it is. They're going to do that. They're just going to always say that. And that's how it will be. So you just got to use that hate for fuel. That's what they do on the road. So got to use that hate. But I mean, going back to the Clippers, I think they can win Game 5 now. Coming back to this American Airlines Center for Game 6, I think the Mavericks would definitely take that. And then in a Game 7, I mean, you're looking at the Clippers who have choked for the past, I mean, they choke. And you're looking at the Mavericks with Luka Doncic. To me, he's probably one of the most clutch players in this league right now. with the amount of game winners Luka has done already. And that would be fun. I think they can. If they are going to win, they'd probably have to win in like maybe 6 or I think their best chance would be in 6 games, but they'd have to go back home and win game 5. That's obviously what would need to happen for the Suns to beat the Lakers. I think they can do that. I think they can win game 5. Anthony Davis, he's not probably, I don't know if he will be 100% for that game. I think the Suns can. It really depends on Anthony Davis, honestly. If he's not 100%, if he won't perform, if he's not going to be there, Suns would win. If not, I think the Lakers should win in 7. So we'll just have to see. But if the Suns win, I think their best chance to win is in 6 games. Win game 5 and just end it in LA next game. As Boban putting on a performance for this crowd here. At least the crowd gets to enjoy something. Got a lot of people packed into American Airlines Center. They get to enjoy Boban putting on a show. As Paul George loses the handle, still keeps it. Either way, it's 90-69. Clippers, they're going to tie up this series 2 apiece. 6:27 left in the fourth quarter. 6:27 left in the fourth, and the game is over. Clips up by 21. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go ahead and end my live stream here. Really appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks a lot. If you haven't, please go down and hit the like. Subscribe already for all your NBA content. Got you covered. And I appreciate that support. And I hope to see you in the next live stream. Thank you, guys. Yeah, you too, man. Peace out.